It's not so much taking control of your thoughts as much as it is taking control of your attention, which I clearly talk a lot about. And over many, many, many years for me, I've come to this point, this refined point of how everything comes down to your attention and what your attention is on. The source of power is attention. Without it, nothing exists. Your attention is basically what brings everything into your life. And what your attention is on will come into your life. I'll give you an example. Even in business, in marketing, Jesus had a lot of attention. He started off with a message that resonated, connected with a lot of people, and then started to build a following. Basically, more and more people were giving him their attention. And, everyone has their views. I don't mean any disrespect to any Christians out there, but, then you could argue that he was hijacked by people who saw that he had created this huge network of attention, which is power, and people came in and they abused, his position, and they took his power and guided, his, I guess, flock in a way that would suit them. But like I said, attention is power. And if you look at like news networks as another example, so we talk about Jesus as religion. Look at news networks. They depend on people's attention. Attention is power. They need more people to give them attention for them to be successful and to grow. Okay? If you look at royalty, I've mentioned this before in one of my videos. Actually, you could even look at something interesting is when they were training the actress who played Queen Amidala in Star Wars. When they were training her to be a queen, one of the things that they were teaching her was, that royalty don't turn their heads to face and talk to people. Royals don't do that. If anything, they will just move their eyes. Why? Because attention is power. And royalty, powerful people understand this. And they understand that if you give your attention, if you pay attention, that's the perfect phrase for it, is you're giving something to other people. And you're empowering them, you're energizing them. So why is this so important for us to learn? Not only in a breakup situation is it critical, because in a breakup situation, especially if you're suffering and struggling, you've kind of hit rock bottom, and there's a reason why people become depressed and shut down. They get anxiety, they become empty, they become lonely. I've been through all of this, by the way. There's a reason why, there's even people that they have thoughts of, suicide and ending things, which, by the way, totally understandable. But always remember that things don't last forever. Nothing, even your mood will shift. But But yeah, there's a reason why you feel so, you get down to the bottom. So when you're in a breakup or if you are in a loss or whatever, this is, there's a huge opportunity here because when you get so low down, you start to really become attuned to and sensitive to what your life needs. And you'll realize the things that drag you down more, and you realize what energizes you. And as I said, it took me years and years and years to realize that it all comes down to your attention. And the way I like to explain it, and actually recently I was doing some coaching with one of my new latest private, clients. Is we were just talking, and then there was a way that I explained it that I think it's really simple, and I really like this explanation for it, which is that we're all generating energy naturally from the point we wake up in the morning. Even when we're asleep, when we're sleeping, it's the best time because we're not we're not leaking energy by putting our attention on the wrong things. We're, as human beings, just the simple fact of being alive, even if you're disabled, even if you're sick, even if you are elderly, newborn baby, whatever, you are generating energy. You're like a little energy generator. And this energy is just being generated constantly, and it's like a huge water tanker that is just constantly being filled up by you being alive. Then you have your attention, which is like a hose pipe. Think of a fire truck. It's got, attached to this huge water supply, that's your energy, that's your power. Then you have the hose pipe, and the hose pipe is like your attention, okay? And the last thing in this, it's three things. The last thing is the fireman who's holding the hose pipe. And that I refer to as your awareness. Your awareness is the fireman. So the fireman is holding the attention, the hose pipe, which is connected to the water source that is just always going to be generated by you simply being alive. Okay? However, for 95% of human beings out there is no fireman present. There is no awareness. All there is this huge source of power and water that's just constantly, building and building, rains and just builds in the water reservoir. And then there's this hose pipe that's just wildly just spraying all this power all over the place. So your hose pipe, remember, is your attention, and it's just all over the place. It has no focus. It has no one there, no awareness to guide it. Okay, so it's just leaking energy. So all this water that's coming in is just being poured out and poured away. And if you're going through a breakup, most of the people I communicate with most of the emails I get are always the same sort of thing, and it's their attention is on their ex. What's my ex doing? What if my ex does this? Will my ex ever be this? What if this? And it's all about your ex. So your hose pipe is leaking energy on them. And guess what? It's energizing them. Not only is it energizing them in your life, in your mind, and I'll explain what I mean by that. It's critical that you understand what I mean by that. But it's also, I believe, energetically, that we can't measure these things now, but energetically you are energizing her. You're giving them energy. And you know what? They can feel it. And the way that it impacts them is that they will feel fulfilled and happy, and they won't need you. They won't They will just drop you. You won't be important to them, and they will be using your energy and your power to find a new relationship, to find a new job, to get their life in order. And guess what? You will be a long lost memory. And for if any reason that they sense that the energy is no longer being given to them, and remember, what is energy and power? It's channeled through your attention. So if you take away your attention from them and they can sense that, guess what? They're going to come back and they're going to be like, hey, hey, hey. They're not going to say this. They're not going to say, hey, 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 where's my love? Where's my attention? Hey, why aren't you giving me my energy? They're not going to say that. They're going to come back and be like, hey, what's up? How have you been? I miss you. I was thinking about us the other day. Or they'll come back and they'll say, hey, I found some of your clothes. Or hey, I found this picture and it reminded me of us. Or hey, I had a dream. It'll be anything. It'll be anything. Any excuse to just get you to reply. And you replying is already giving them what? Attention. And power. The power that comes behind that attention. They will instantly, when they receive your email, when they see it in their inbox, will feel energized. How do you feel when you get an email or contact from your ex? Don't you feel that buzz of energy? Because it's attention. You're getting attention. You're getting power. All right, but going back, you're not only energizing them through this mysterious way that one day science will prove, we can all feel and we're all connected to each other somehow. But in your own mind, you are empowering them. And what I mean by that is that, look, there's like a hierarchy, a list of the most important things in your life, in your mind. Some people will say God comes first, then family, then my job, then my hobbies, then money, whatever, yeah? But again, through all my years of studying and learning and going through a lot of things and learning from very, very, very smart people who have applied things in their life, you have to come first. It has to be you. Actually, I am a what's the word, proponent? Like when you agree and you support. I am a proponent for people putting God first. I think that's great, and I'm not going to go into it in this video why, but I believe that religion can be incredible because my personal belief is that God is everything. I am God. You are God. God is when you focus on, it's basically you're focusing your attention off of everything that your focus should not be on, and instead it's on something. But yeah, like I said, it's a big topic, and I don't want to go into it here. For now, I just want to say that you've got this list of important things, and the more and more you think of those things, you energize them. So the more you, and what should be at the top of the list is you. It should be you. And it's not a selfish thing. You have to worship and respect and love yourself. It's self-love. It's being forgiving to yourself. It's like if you've done stupid things to say, hey, okay, look, everyone makes mistakes and I'm okay with it. But you have to come first because you can't help or love or provide for anyone else unless you are energized and your cup is full first. Okay? Now, when you are thinking of your ex all the time, what's she doing? Who is she hanging out with now? Is she going to be happy? Is she sad? You are putting her up on a pedestal, so to speak. You're worshiping her. So you become a secondary to her. In your mind, she is more important than you. All right? So when I get all these emails of people talking about their ex and ex, it's not their fault. It's because they've built their ex up so much that they're worshiping them and they are devaluing themselves. So they're in this uh, belief system trap of their ex is more important than they are. And this is not where you want to be, because this is where you're going to be a slave to them. And this is called having lost your power to them. They have the power, you've lost your power. So when you focus on yourself every day, you know what? I'm tired of this whole X thing. So I'm going to just focus on my goals, my hobbies, my work, myself, my health, my mental health, my happiness. When you start to direct that attention on yourself, all that power, you start to power up yourself. And you want to be right up here. Okay? And how do you do that? You may ask. It's not easy, friends. It's not easy because the world we live in has raised us to want quick fixes. It has raised us to become addicted to entertainment, to things that feel good. It has raised us to not have any tolerance to do work. It has raised us to not be able to do difficult things. We want the easy way. So the answer is, how do we do it? Is you need to give birth to the fireman. The fireman needs to come into your life to start directing the hose pipe onto yourself so that you can shower yourself in your own power and energy that you generate every second of the day. The way to collect your own energy is to put your focus onto yourself. And I don't mean you have to stop thinking of your ex. I don't mean that you have to stop thinking. All I mean is that you have to start becoming aware of your thoughts, of your feelings, of everything that's happening, and realize that that is the fireman. And it comes through practice. One of the biggest tools that we have available to us on this journey is journaling. Journaling helped me significantly, and it's a huge part of our training, because what it does is it starts to build your awareness muscles up. Because when you journal, and I don't mean Dear Diary, today, blah, 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 no. Journaling is twofold for me. Writing down things that you're grateful for, that builds more positive thinking. That's directing your focus, by the way, attention onto things that energize you. So journaling is twofold. On the one hand, it's writing, positive affirmations, or the gratefuls, like I said, every morning, every night. Do it. Watch how your life will transform. 3 things you're grateful for in the morning. Before you go to bed, 3 things you're grateful for. That's one side of journaling. Then the other side of journaling deals with observation, awareness. Every time you feel like crap or you have a negative thought, both are linked, by the way. So every time you have a negative thought, write it down. And how do you spot a negative thought? It's when you feel like crap. So look, when you feel like crap, when you're angry, upset, depressed, lonely, empty, there's negative thoughts going on. So yes, negative thoughts, you can catch them. And when you catch them, you're going to deal with them, guys. So catch them. They're like ghosts. When you feel like crap, get your journal out. Then this is when you're going to practice your awareness muscles. You're going to be like, what are the thoughts I'm having that are making me feel like this? Oh, I'm thinking about how my ex is moving on and she's happy and she's with that. She doesn't need me and she's never going to come back for me. So you write it down. My ex never loved me, doesn't care about me. My ex is happy, and I will never be happy, or whatever it is. You write them down. And then here's the key. You've exercised your awareness muscles. Not only have you done that, so you started building the fireman, so now the fireman's got like a little leg. But the second thing you're going to do is you're going to write down 3 counter arguments to the negative thought. And this is going to help you recondition your mind towards positive thinking, which is critical because right now most of us are leaning towards negative beliefs and negative thinking, negative thought patterns. So, my ex never loved me. Let's think of 3 things. Number 1. First thing, by the way, before you go into your counter arguments is write this down. Does this thought help me? No. Second thing. Now you write your 3 counter arguments. So, my ex never loved me. Is that what I said? All right, let's just do that one. My ex never loved me. Never truly loved me. Number 1. All the love and happiness I need is within me, and I should not expect that from anyone else. Number 2, I cannot control anyone, including my ex. The only thing I can control is myself, and I am in control of my own love and happiness. Number 3, so my ex never truly loved me. It's not important whether my ex loved me or not. All that matters is that I care for and love myself. And yeah, these are just 3 off the top of my head. You'll come up with better ones, okay? But my journal is full of these things. And the wonderful thing is that after a while of doing these every day, you can go through them and then you can start to refine. You can start to take the best stuff, the best gratefuls, the best counterbalances that you've come up with, and then you can, I like to put them into a new journal when one journal gets full, and then my new journal is more full of awesome, powerful stuff, and then I can reread the grateful things, and it energizes you guys because it's all about you. It's all about stuff about you, which is what we need. Okay? So, as you start doing this, and there's so many ways. Journaling is just one way. There's so many ways. Just doing things that you love. Hobbies, sports. Looking after your health, for me, it's been a big thing because, that's direct self-love. You look after your skin, you look after your hair, you look after what you're wearing, your appearance in the world. You look after your internal health, your posture, your digestive system, what you're eating. And I'll tell you, one of the main reasons people feel like crap is just literally physical pain. When you're slouching all the time, after a while it hurts. And then you forget about the pain. You become numb to it, but it's there. It's hurting you. When you're not eating the right foods, you're creating toxicity and toxins and stress and all this bad stuff that's building up in your body, and it causes pain. And like I said, one of the main reasons people are anxious or unhappy is because of their health, because of their physical health. So you can make huge improvements if you just start to also, pay attention to looking after yourself. And it's a good thing to be preoccupied with. It's better than thinking of your ex. Like, think about your health, your food. Like, what are you going to eat? What are you going to eat tomorrow? I love it. I love treating my body like it's a classic car or something awesome that you can own and look after and pimp up and make improvements to and stuff. That's how I look at my body. It's like a beautiful car that I have, and I can see the changes when I change my diet and stuff. It's not going to be instant, by the way. It will take about 3 months of consistent good diet, and then you'll start seeing changes. All right. But yeah, building up your awareness muscles is so important in order to master your attention and master your power I need to write a book about this. Master your attention, master your power. But I prefer making videos. So look, okay, I'm going to wrap this up now. Another thing, if anyone out there is struggling, like, if you ever have, like, you're just being overwhelmed by thoughts, once you're, here's a few very quick tips on how to calm your mind. First of all, understand that the reason why we can get overwhelmed and anxious and just overwhelmed with thinking is because we're doing too much. Our body is a caveman body. It's not designed for this world we live in. We're going through a painful evolution right now. Yes, we're amazing. We're adapting to all of this. But we still haven't caught up biologically. And our bodies and minds are geared for just chilling, hunting, cooking, fighting, protecting, providing, basic simple things. So when you get overwhelmed, it's because there's so much that you're doing and thinking of. So a few quick tips on how to calm your mind include, shutting off some of your senses. Like even just for a minute, close your eyes. You're gonna reduce about 40% of the data that's coming into your mind. Just closing your eyes will start to stop some of that power, that attention that's leaking. Yeah, remember, it's all about attention. And how do we give attention? It's through our eyes, through our mouth, through listening, through our ears, through touch, through our decisions. So always come back to those things when you want to collect power and build your own energy and power. So you can shut off things. Close your eyes. You'll instantly start to feel more energized. You can put earplugs in. I used to do this when I was going through my breakup because it's such a hard time, and you just need to when you haven't built up your awareness muscles, when the fireman isn't there, you need to do some things to help. So I'd sometimes go out in public and have my earplugs in. I did this for about maybe 2 months. It really helped. Even in my jiu-jitsu classes, I would have them in. Even at home, I would have them in. Even when I'd go out in the world, supermarket, I loved it. I'd have it in, and it kind of brought me into myself more. So yeah, closing your eyes for a minute, wearing earplugs, being still, not moving around, just sitting still. And one of the most powerful things for me has been to just reach for good feelings, because we have a database and library of feelings, memories of feelings within us. So right now, if I told you, hey, try to be angry, I bet you could do it because you can remember what it feels like to be angry. But when you feel like crap, reach for a memory of feeling good, and then just go there, go with it. Whatever your body and mind and what thoughts and actions wants to do in order to get aligned with feeling good, let it happen. It could be that you are going to want to just jump into, I don't know, whatever, yeah, just chill or just go with it. So reach for good feelings. Reach for good feeling thoughts as well. That's all for now. These videos are getting longer rather than shorter. But I hope there's a few things in here that helps. Remember, make notes and start journaling. Very powerful. At least with 3 great things you're grateful for before you go to bed and in the morning. But before bed is the most important. All right, everybody. Sending out everyone out there love and peace and power and energy. And remember, you have the water tank. That's your energy that you're generating constantly. It's your most valuable natural resource, renewable. Then you have the hose pipe, which is your attention. And then you have the fireman. Most people don't have the fireman, so build your fireman, people. Build it. Or firewoman. Hell yeah. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.